the Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck. They are the stepping stone for any beginning or returning duelist wanting to play an actual deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. And with the amount that has been released over the years, some people have wondered, how good is an actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck? And how would you rank one of these decks between each other? I have wondered this query too, and with a good friend of mine, we both want to determine this. So join me and my good friend, Exajos, as we look through Yu-Gi-Oh's past and present to determine and rank all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure decks in the game. This is the Structverse. Ha 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 ha! Lol. Thought I was gonna troll you all again, didn't ya? Ha ha ha! Had to keep you guys on toes just in case of anything. Didn't want you guys to, drift off or anything. Ha 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 ha. Anywho, with the sheathing of our weapons after the warrior's triumph, we open our spell textbooks and prepare for the judgment of the Spellcastors. Spellcastors Judgement was released on January 18th, 2006 in North America. This deck focuses solely on the power of the Spellcasters like Breaker the Magical Warrior, Skill Dark Magician, and who can forget the iconic Dark Magician. And speaking of the Dark Magician, we have the boss monster of this deck, the Dark Eradicator Warlock, who can create a ticking countdown, as in a ticking time bomb almost, to either player for each spell that is cast on the field. Tick, tick, tock. But before we get into a battle of the casts, let's look into our catalog of casters to see what we have today to mess with. Oh, my heavens, I have visitors. Hang on. Ah, hello there, enthusiast of the Spellcasters, and welcome to us finally looking over a Spellcaster deck. I'm glad you've joined me in my precious cape, my cape that I look like a wizard without the hat. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Structverse. I am Subtile720, and this time we're going to be looking through the deck list of Spellcastors Judgement. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at our spellcasty and whimsical monsters and go through the deck list. First off, we're starting with the boss monster Spellcastors Judgement, the Dark Eradicator Warlock. This card can only be special summoned by attributing one Dark Magician to the graveyard and cannot be special summoned any other ways. So basically kind of like Mr. Daedalus. Yeah, Daedalus. Yes. Very good. And his effect is, when each time a normal spell card is activated, inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent immediately after responses. Or resolves, I should say. So basically, anytime you activate a spell card, or your opponent does, they take 1,000 points of damage. Direct. It's kinda crazy. Next up, we have Mystical Beast Cerberus. So, this card, of 1400 level 4, each time a spell card is activated, you place one spell counter on it, and for each spell counter on it, it gains 500 attack points. Also, during the battle phase, once it attacks, you have to remove all spell counters from it. So basically, this deck actually introduces the mechanic of spell counters, one of the few decks that actually abuse a lot of spell counters. We will be seeing those a lot more later on, but this is the deck that basically introduced it. Next up, a classic, a staple of classic Yu-Gi-Oh! From Yugi Moto himself, the all-powerful wizard in terms of attack and defense, the ultimate wizard, Mr. Dark Magician. Basically, all it is a vanilla 2500 attack. That's it. That's all it is. That's all I need to say. But it's really cool to see the Dark Magician after all this time. Yeah. Next up, yes, I mentioned this a bit last time. One of my favorite all-time normal monsters in the game, Gemini Elf. It is a very good level 4 beater. And to have one of these is absolutely fantastic. I cannot lie. I can't lie. How can I tell a lie about that? It's pretty damn good. Next up, we have the level 1 Magician of Fate. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of our first ever flip monsters. I can't really remember a deck having a flip monster before. But basically, this effect works like this. If this card is flipped, in terms of getting attacked while in the face-down defense, or you flip it up as your flip summon, you can target one spell card in your graveyard and add that target directly to your hand. And we have 2 to play with. Ooh, very interesting. Next up, we have another 1900 attacker, being the Skilled Dark Magician. We get 2 of these, and his effect is, each time a spell card is activated, you can place 1 spell counter on it. When this card has 3 spell counters on it, you contribute it and special summon 1 Dark Magician from the hand, the deck, or the graveyard. Pretty decent, honestly. A 1900 beater that can get out your Dark Magician after 3 spells. It's pretty good. Next up, we have 2 copies of Apprentice Magician. Apprentice Magician is an interesting card. If this card is summoned, so basically normal or special summoned, you can target 1 card on the field, and that gains 1 spell counter. Also, when this card is destroyed, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower Spellcaster from your deck in face-down defense. So you can basically get Magician of Fate with this combo. And plus, Apprentice Magician actually works pretty well because a lot of the monsters use spell counters for their effects, so that's pretty decent. Next up, we have the level 6, the Green and Mean Machine Chaos Command Magician. This card is a level 6, 2400 with the effect of it negates any monster effects that target this 1 card. So basically like a Snatch Steal, for example, it's getting nullified. Bam. Not messing with me, sister. Next up, another classic Yu-Gi-Oh card, being Breaker, the Magical Warrior. This card, if normal summoned, you can place 1 spell counter on it. It gains 300 attack. Also, you can remove that spell counter to destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. So basically an MST, but it's also a monster. So that's pretty damn cool. Next up, this is an interesting card, the Royal Magical Library. A 2k beater with the effect that each time a spell card is activated, you can place 1 spell counter on this card. If it has 3, exactly 3, you can remove all 3 to draw 1 card. My god, this card is still used to this day in Exodia decks, because most of the Exodia support, or cards that actually support Exodia, are gone, and most people use this combo and just abuse the hell out of it. So, yeah. This card's still pretty decent. Next up, one of the unique spirit monsters, aka one of the best, Tsukiyomi. This has the same ability as every spirit monster, where it cannot be special summoned. If this card is also normal or flipped face up, you can target 1 card on the field and change its position to face down defense. Now, it does also have the negative effect of all spirit monsters, where once during the end phase, the turn it was normal or flip summoned, it does have to go back to your hand. But honestly, with its not so great stats, it's not really a bad thing. And plus, you can keep flipping as many times as you want, as long as you just summon it. Next up, we have our first ever Chaos monster of the series, the Chaos Sorcerer. Very simple effect. All you need to do is banish 1 light and 1 dark to special summon it. Also, it cannot even be normal summoned. Ooh. Very, very, very whimsical. The Chaos Sorcerer, by banishing 1 light and dark, can be special summoned. Also, once per turn, you can banish 1 face-up monster on the field. And banishment is pretty dangerous in this game, because we still don't really have ways to get monsters out of banishment. So, this is a card to definitely look out for. Next up, we have the White Magician Pikachu. A little cute 1200 beater. Basically, during each of your standby phase while this card is on the field, you gain 400 life points for each monster on your side of the field. So at max, this can do like 2,000 if you have 5 monsters, and if Pikachu is alive. What? I didn't say she was strong. Next up, we have the Blast Magician, another one of our spell counter cards. Also, this is a 1700 beater. So each time a spell card is activated, you can place 1 spell counter on the Blast Magician, and when you remove spell counters this time, for each one removed, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. times 700 the amount of counters removed. So basically you would need about 4 on this card to basically destroy anything in this deck, really. No, actually 3, because it's 2100, so yeah. Nah, 4. So you need 4 on Blast Magician, so it's like right in the middle. Next up, the counter to Pikachu, we have Evan Magician Karan. From what I've seen, these cards have a rivalry on the cards, so yeah. Now this one is during each of your standby phases, you can inflict 300 points of damage for each monster your opponent controls. Again, I never said anything about these cards being strong. Next up, our last monster for this deck, the Rapid Fire Magician. This inflicts 400 damage each time your opponent activates a normal spell. So basically, kind of like the effect of Eben of Dark Eradicator Warlock, but it is a level 4. So it's alright, and 1600 is not a bad attack. Next up, we're going into our spell lineup for this deck, starting off with Magical Blast. This card inflicts 200 points of damage for each Spellcaster monster you control, so at max this can do 1000 points of damage. Also, if this card is in your graveyard before you draw, you can use up your normal draw this turn and add this back to your hand. So at most you could do 2000 damage, which isn't terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Next up, the classic returnee from some other decks, the Mystical Stage Typhoon, which just destroys one spell or trap. Still really good. Next up, another returnee card, the Nobleman of Crossout. Hey, you're face down? Boom! Banish it! Oh, you got others like it? Their flips? Get them out of here! Still a pretty damn good card. Next up, another returnee, the Premature Burial. I pay 800. I summon. That's it. That's it. Next up, a new card for this deck, or new card for the Structverse, Swords of Revealing Light, the classic card, where basically, for 3 of your opponent's turns, your opponent cannot declare an attack, and when it's activated, all face-down monsters flip face-up. Listen, you can't complain about the Swords of Revealing Light. Swords of Revealing Light is a cool, and awesome card. I love this card. It is a staple in some of my strategies. Next up, another brand new card being Mage Power. One of the more dangerous equipped spells to have. Why did Warriors Triumph not have Mage Power? I get it, it's Mage, but like, come on, it's good. Basically, the equipped monster gains 500 attack points for each spell and trap card you control, which means you can give a boost of at least 3000 attack points to a monster. That's kind of crazy, especially for older Yu-Gi-Oh! Next up, we have the classic Heavy Storm, which just destroys all spells and traps on the field. Bam, get him out of here. Nobody wants to see him. Nobody wants to see your magic cylinder face down. Goodbye. Next up, another card you should actually recognize from the anime, Diffusion Wave Motion. So, if your opponent controls a monster, you can pay exactly 1000 life points, then target one level 7 or higher Spellcaster monster on your field. And for this turn, it can make attacks on all of your opponent's monsters once. Also, I think there's another ability here. Let me try to read this. Oh, the effects of the destroyed monsters cannot be activated and are negated. Damn, this is pretty good. The only problem is, you can only use this with Dark Magician and Dark Eradicator Warlock, so who knows, maybe it'll come in handy. Next up is one copy of Reload. Why am I crying? I'm not crying, you're crying. Because this is the last deck with Reload. I checked a bit of the next deck list. There's no more Reload after this. This is the last time we're ever gonna see Reload. How could this happen? Reload was so good. We had so many good memories. Oh, I remember the good times since they just activated last episode. Now I'm saying goodbye. You will be missed, Reload. I'll never forget. Next up, we have the Dark Magic Attack. Basically, your one support card with Dark Magician, which basically states that if you control Dark Magician, you can destroy all the spells and traps your opponent controls. So basically, a more restrictive Harpy's Feather Duster. That's what it is. Next up, we have the continuous spell, Spell Absorption. So each time, while this card is on the field, each time a spell card is activated, you immediately gain 500 life points. It's specifically you. It's not just you and the opponent, or your opponent activates the spell and they gain 500. It's just you. You get to num. Gain that 500. Gain that 500. You earned it. Next up, we have the Lightning Vortex. Lightning Vortex we had in the last episode. All this does is you discard one card from your hand, destroys all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Still really good, but it's still weaker Raigeki, damn it. Next up, we have 2 copies of Magical Dimension. This is another brand new card. So, if you control a Spellcaster monster, you can target one monster you control, tribute that target, then special summon one Spellcaster from your hand. Then you can destroy one monster on the field. So this is actually really good because there's a lot, pretty much your whole deck's Spellcaster. So basically, Magical Dimension is live with pretty much all your monsters. This is really good, and coming in at 2 copies, it's kind of dangerous. Next up, Mystic Box. You target one monster your opponent controls and one you control. You destroy the first target, then you give them control of the second target. This could be a 50-50, like, if you had a strong monster, but they have a stronger monster, you can destroy the stronger monster, but then you give them the weaker monster, so it's like a 50-50. Next up, coming on the last card of our spell lineup, Nightmare Steel Cage. It's like Swords of Revealing Light, but except it's 3 turns, it lasts 2 turns. And plus, no monsters can attack, which means, no, you can't even attack now. Damn. That's a turnaround. And to think both come in the deck, that's kind of crazy. Next up, another returnee being Call of the Haunted. I flip, revive. That's it, that's all it does. Next up, Magical... What am I trying to say? Oh my god. Magic Jammer, but with more steps. Magic Jammer, but more steps, yes. Yes, that's all this is. Next up, we have another brand new card, being the Pitch Black Power Stone. So when this is activated, you can place 3 spell counters on it. Once during your turn, you can target one other card on the field, and they also gain a spell counter. But once the last spell counter from this card is removed, it is destroyed. So it's basically like a power generator for your spell counters, except it only has 3. So like, it's like a 50-50 on that. Next up, this is another brand new card, being Divine Wrath. The first, as far as I've seen, monster negate in the game, or one of the more faster ones, where basically, if a monster effect is activated, discard one card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. That's actually really good, because a lot of the monsters in this deck are effect monsters. So yeah, it's really good. And last, but certainly not least, the classic trap card, Magic Jammer. All this does is when an opponent's monster declares an attack, target that attacking monster, negate the attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. And that's not original. Whatever attack it has, they take. So yeah, really good. Like, it was good back then, it's still pretty cool now. Not many people use it, but hey, you know, we can't complain that hard. And that is the deck list for Spellcastors Judgement. Now, I hope you guys are ready for another judgment of the deck of Structverse, as we now head into the duel room to cast our spells, to see who the true spellcaster is. It is time, as what we call, to cast our magic and to have a duel.
It's time for this duel to be judged. Judged by the spells that we've been using for the past 5 Structverse episodes. Some returning, some new. Either way, you are gonna get screwed.
Indeed. But we cannot forget one thing about this episode, my friend. At the end of this, we have something to reveal.
Oh.
Just remember that for this duel. As you can see,
Oh,
I've come in my attire. I got my cape on. I'm a wizard. I'm a bit of a wizard. Hello, hi. But maybe this cape will give me some luck this time, as we judge the Spellcasters and fully embrace the power of dark magic.
Oh, please. I do not follow in the ways of dark magic. However, I shall channel the abilities of the Pharaoh Atem himself. It's time to duel!
Duel number 6 of the Structverse starts right now! Here we go! Ha-ha!
I should have said scissors from last time.
Yeah. But I will go second this time. Let's duel!
Allow me to go first, boys. Your first mistake.
Is it now? Oh my god.
I'll start this duel off by summoning E-Bomb Magician Kuran.
Sure.
Now I shall set 1, 2 cards face down and end my turn.
I draw. Jesus. Okay. Well, first we'll activate our spell card, Mystical Space Typhoon, to destroy this.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
Yes! Yes! I'll next normal summon Breaker the Magical Warrior in attack mode.
Whoa!
With its ability,
Hold on.
What?
Whoa.
What?
I have a response. Because you activated the effect of Breaker to gain a spell counter, I will use Divine Wrath, discarding my magical dimension to negate the activation and destroy Breaker the Magical Warrior.
Very well. That is fine. Because now,
Yeah.
I activate Nightmare Steel Cage!
You are lame. You are lame.
Sure, this monster does deal me a bit of battle effect damage.
It's for each monster you control. Yeah,
Oh,
she's not
even
that
better. Go ahead.
good. Draw. I shall set this monster and set this card face down. I end my turn.
That's one turn on my Nightmare Steel Cage.
Yeah.
I shall set one monster face down on the field and end my turn. Now I'll take some.
During my standby phase, my E-Bomb Magician Kuran will deal some damage to you.
Yeah. Still your move, buddy.
Yeah, I don't trust me now. So at the end of my turn, this will go away. Then I shall set this. You know what? We'll go into my battle phase, and I'll have Kuran attack your face down monster. I literally cheated. Go ahead. It took me a minute to realize. Wait, why can't I do this? That's why. That is exactly why.
I normal summon Royal Magical Library.
Gross. Okay.
I will flip summon Magician of Faith. I activate Magician of Faith
Yeah.
to grab back to my hand Nightmare Steel Cage.
Uh-huh.
And now I activate Swords of Revealing Light.
You are so annoying, dog. Sure.
Let's see that
Yeah,
face
put a counter
down.
on your Royal
Let's
Magical
see.
Library.
What's your face
It's
down?
Magician of Faith.
Not bad. Anyway, I'll go ahead and also activate my Lightning Vortex.
Oh my, fine, sure, yeah.
Let's battle. Magician of Faith, attack his light points directly.
300.
See, you took the same damage as I did. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the
Yeah, we're stuck here, buddy.
thanks for the third counter, buddy.
Whatever, enjoy it. Take a counter off your freaking Swords of Revealing Light. Old Stalin ass.
First, I will switch my Royal Magical Library to defense mode. Now I'll activate its ability. Since it has 3 spell counters, I'll remove all 3 to draw 1 new card. Oh my god, that is a good card. I'll set it face down. Normal 7. My Gemini Elf.
Sure.
And just in case you have something sneaky to get over my defenses, I'll switch Magician of Fate to defense mode and end my turn.
I have my own skill. You know what? I draw. I'm not even gonna worry about what you're doing over there.
Remove your counter, buddy.
Yeah, I'll move the counter. I'll gladly do that because I'm summoning Breaker, and he'll gain a counter. Do you have a response to him getting a counter? Yo, yeah. I literally knew it was in your hand. I don't know why I'm acting like that was such a big surprise.
I know, right? Control a monster, buddy. I dare you. I normal summon Ebon Magician Kuran. Play a monster. I dare you. Your move.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play a monster right here, right now.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, no, I gained the counter already from the Nightmare Steel. Okay, never mind. I did.
Yeah, you did that already. Okay. Yeah, nice try, buddy.
I've tried.
You know what? I'll control a monster.
And now my sword is gone, but now it is time to summon one of the ace monsters of this deck. I sacrifice Magician of Fate and Ebon Magician Koran to tribute summon the ultimate wizard in turns of attack and defense, the one and only Dark Magician!
Now I'll sacrifice your Fiend Jester and my Magnet Warrior, which allows me to summon my ultimate monster! Fear the power of my Dark Magician!
That's so annoying.
Dark Magician! No. Attack his face down with Dark Magic Attack!
It was a top deck!
Let's go! Gemini Elf, attack his life points directly!
That's so annoying.
Go ahead.
Literally stalled me out for like 30 turns.
Right? It's fantastic. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good card. I will normal summon Apprentice Magician. I activate Apprentice Magician's effect. When she is summoned, I can target one face-up card in the field and place a spell counter on it.
Sure.
And since Royal Magic Library appreciates spell counters, we're gonna do that. Now for the battle! Apprentice Magician, attack his life points directly! Gemini Elf, attack is directly! Twin Barrage attack! Dark Magician, attack directly with Dark Magic Attack! I end my turn. Your move.
This would have been so much better like 30 billion turns ago. Is there a way I can save myself?
Is that?
There is not. You got the first round.
Yes!
Literally stalled me out for 35 turns!
Thank you, Dark Magician! Boom, yeah!
You're cooked. You're dead. It's so over now, bro. Oh my god! I missed my freaking magic cylinder. It's like 50-50. Yeah, you can go first, dog. Yeah,
I can go first, okay.
Yeah, go first.
Okay.
Fucking, you're
Jesus Christ, okay.
Fuck yeah. Oh, this hand's awesome.
I bet it is. I'll start off with Gemini Elf in attack mode.
Sure. Yeah, I can deal with that.
I'll set one card face down, and end my turn.
Yeah, I'll gladly draw my first card. I'm gonna summon Rapid Fire Magician. But he's not staying on the field for long, because I'll be playing Magical Dimension of my own. Or probably just playing it. So now I'll be getting rid of my Rapid Fire Magician to your monster. Now, arise. The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. You might be using the art found in the structure deck, but come on. Everybody loves the classics. The original Dark Magician.
With it, I'm allowed to summon forth a level 5 or above monster directly from my hand. So take to the field, Dark Magician!
Dark Magician, Dark Magic Attack!
Very good.
I shall set one card face down and end my turn.
Very, very good, I must admit. But to begin my turn, I'll activate Spell Absorption. Now every time a spell card is activated, I gain 500 life points. Speaking of that, I think I should play my Lightning Vortex to get rid of your Dark Magician. And now let's put on the pressure with Ebon Magician Kuran. Ebon Magician Kuran, attack his life points directly.
I'll take 1200 damage.
Go ahead.
Draw. I'll summon the Skilled Dark Magician.
Very well.
Skilled Dark Magician. Skilled Dark Magic Attack.
That's fair.
You would think because he's skilled, he would be better, but he's weaker. How does that work? Find out next time.
Gonna have to do this for now. I'll activate Sword's Revealing Light again. Yes, you get your one counter on Skilled Dark Magician.
You and your stalling will get you nowhere.
I bet it won't. Your move.
I draw. Ho 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 ho! Breaker!
Oh,
I'll put a counter on him.
Really?
And I'll take off a counter to get rid of your Swords of Revealing Light.
Come on.
And then I'll play Mage Power!
Are you kidding
on
me?
my Breaker the Magical Warrior! Since I activated a spell, I'll get a counter on my Skilled Dark Magician. And now my monster will be at 2,600. Now attack him directly, Breaker! And now go, Skilled Dark Magician! I've got you in a position where if you activate one more spell card, my Skilled Dark Magician will get me my Dark Magician from my grave. And my Breaker will always be here to break down whatever monsters you summon. There's not a single thing you can draw that can save you here.
I drew into Dark Eradicator Warlock.
Ooh, alright. Now for the game 3. I gotta keep my streak. You think I'm gonna stop here? And now, you got another thing coming. I'm going to win this duel and keep my streak.
Going second.
I imagine you will.
Okay.
I'll start this duel off by simply setting a monster face down and end my turn. No more, no less.
Well, let's see what you're hiding, buddy boy. I'll activate Swords of Revealing Light.
You draw this every game! Blast Magician! Blast Magician.
That would be good if I didn't have Gemini Elf.
I'm gonna destroy that elf.
Gemini Elf, attack! With Twin Barrage Attack!
You with your sword.
Go ahead.
Revealing Light. Be so annoying. Lightning Vortex. I discard Diffusion Wave Motion.
That sucks.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Activate another one? Go ahead. I already know there's only one in the deck. Yeah, nice try, buddy. You're not drawing another freaking swords. I'll tell you what. Right now.
I'll at least summon Ebon Magician Kuran and end my turn, at the very least.
Oh, I don't even take damage yet. It's during your stand.
Is that right?
You know what? Yeah, I'll use this. Yeah, Heavy Storm, get that out of here, please.
Okay.
Go, Gemini Elf! Twin Burst Barrage! Did you know that these elf twins alternate their attacks?
I did not know that. I didn't know that.
Learned a nice, interesting factoid with me.
I bet. Normal summon Skilled Dark Magician in attack mode.
Okay.
And then I'll equip him with Mage Power.
Ooh, okay, he's pretty strong. Are you going to be setting any cards to bolster his strength?
Nah. Skilled Dark Magician attack Gemini Elf.
I'll take 500 damage.
Go ahead.
I draw. And I'll flip Magician of Faith. Adding to my hand, Lightning Vortex.
Okay.
Which I got no qualms about activating now, discarding Apprentice Magician to destroy your monster.
Okay.
I'll set another monster, then have Magician of Faith attack you for 300 damage.
Damn it. Alright,
Your
draw.
move.
So close. So close.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright. You know what? I'll normal summon an Apprentice Magician.
Wow.
I'll tack into a Magician of Faith.
I'll take 100. That is.
Go ahead.
You know, that is something you did. I'll set this monster in my turn.
Alright. I sacrifice Apprentice Magician to summon Chaos Command Magician!
Alright.
He's green like me. Chaos Command Magician, attack the white set!
You attacked my Magician of Faith?
Are you
Using its
kidding me?
effect, I'll add Lightning Vortex back to my hand.
Very well. Go ahead.
Draw. Yeah, I'll do this now. I'll use Lightning Vortex, discarding Magical Dimension to destroy your Chaos Command. Go ahead.
Thank you for doing that, Zajas. I appreciate you doing that for me. Cause now, I can banish one light and one dark from my graveyard in order to special summon from my hand the Chaos Sorcerer!
I already knew that's what you drew. It's fine. I can wait.
Chaos Sorcerer, attack his face-down monster.
You attack Royal Magical Library.
Go ahead.
This is fine.
This
Go
has
ahead.
actually been a back-and-forth game, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it actually has been.
This has been kind of awesome, not gonna lie. Battle phase! Chaos Sorcerer, attack his life points directly!
I'll take the damage.
Go ahead.
Draw. Yeah, I'll set a monster and then my turn.
I draw. Okay. I'll place one card face down. I'll attack with Chaos Command. Or Chaos Sorcerer, sorry.
It's my Rapid Fire Magician.
Okay, go ahead.
Draw. I'll activate Spell Absorption here.
Okay. That is fine.
And with that, I will just simply end my turn.
Oh my god. Okay. Can't believe I'm normal summoning this. Normal summon White Magician Pikaru! White Magician Pikaru, attack his life points directly!
I'll just take the entire thing.
And Chaos Sorcerer also attack directly. I end my turn.
I'm gonna summon Tsukuyomi.
Okay.
I will switch your Chaos Sorcerer into face on defense mode.
Okay.
I will activate Premature Burial,
Oh.
so I'll gain 500 but lose 8.
800, yeah.
Using its effects, I will bring back Gemini Elf. I will
Okay.
have Gemini Elf attack Pikaru.
Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with this.
Main phase 2, Tsukuyomi goes back to my hand. Go ahead.
Finally. After all this time. No face down spells or traps. Barely any monsters left on the field. Barely any life points left. After 5 gruesome losses, it's finally time. It's finally time to get that big fat win! Even better. Oh my god. First, I'll reflip summon Chaos Sorcerer. Buddy. I win! I activate Magical Dimension! I tribute the Chaos Sorcerer. Destroy your Gemini Elf. Sure, you'll gain 500 life points, absolutely. But now I get to special summon one Spellcaster from my hand. And you know him all too well. The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. Once more, come on out, Dark Magician!
Ever faithful companion, Dark Magician!
Oh, you don't even get Dark Eradicator Warlock?
I don't even have to Eradicate Warlock. I don't care. Dark Magician, end this duel with Dark Magic Attack! Yes!
Oh, come on, bro.
I did it!
You drew swords every game. I had a set monster.
Oh my god, I did it!
Mean.
I finally won an episode of the Structverse!
That's... Yo. Oh my god. Swords every game?
Thank you,
really?
Thank you,
Swords every game?
Thank you, the loyalness of Dark Magician.
I didn't see it once. I got Steel Cage before I got swords. It was at the bottom of my deck. Oh, come on.
Buddy. It gets even
That's
better.
so
It gets even better.
That's... Oh. Yo.
And this was my
what do you
this
want
was
me
my
to
face down.
do? You got swords every game. If you didn't get swords every game, I would have had something. But I have to sit here, not able to attack for 3 times. Like, dog, what do you want from me?
But I finally won. Oh my god.
Oh.
Thank you, Dark Magician. Thank you, buddy.
It's not even Dark Magician. You know it was because of Swords of Revealing Light. That's so annoying. Every game. I don't even use the same cards every game. What do you mean? Bro. Or if I get a card I get the card every game, it's bad. What do you mean you get Swords of Revealing Light every single game?
I have
I
have no idea, bro.
Oh my god, that's so annoying. MST I'm still pissed about you MST my magic cylinder. Like, come on. Oh.
That was seriously could have been a close duel. That was real legit back and forth. That was actually awesome.
You will Swords of Revealing Light into your hand every game. Yeah.
I drew it. What do you want me to do? Not play it?
Bro, I didn't get MST once. I kept getting Heavy Storm when I had good cards face down.
You had Breaker one game.
My God.
What was your last card anyway? You didn't even show me.
What do you mean? What? You know what my last card is? It's Tsukiyomi.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Spell absorption kept showing. There could have been anything else.
Oh my god. That was still amazing, though. GG's overall. GG's.
Yeah, GG.
Alright, folks. After that exhilarating game of spellcasting the casters and swords of revealing lighting, let's get into the tier list portion of this episode. Let's do it. Oh, that felt so good. That felt so good, bro. Alright, after some assembling of spells, we put on a calm spell. A little bit of a calmness in order to get ourselves ready to once again rank another deck of the Structverse. This time we're doing Spellcastors Judgement. Now, this is a pretty interesting one, I'll admit. Now, this is mostly just, what else? A Spellcaster deck, but it's kind of divided in a few sections. Like, you have some good beater spellcasters, like, you got Gemini Elf, Skill Dark, even Vraker for, I mean, 1600, but still. But, I don't know, you kind of have, like, a little bit of burn, especially with the boss monster, which is, you know, it's kind of weird that they gave this deck a boss monster that burns in the first place, but, you know, it's...
Well, I mean, it's because you're supposed to use your normal spells in like a way to do stuff, and like this is before they thought of Arcane and Magician. Also, I'd like to add Gemini Elf is also one of it. You drew it every single time. I'm actually infuriated. Wow. That's one of you drew every game.
This is my. I'll be honest.
That was the last thing. That's it. That was the last thing I needed to comment about. Okay, let me talk about the deck.
Hold on. Can I make a point about that? Gemini Elf is one of my favorite normal monsters of all time. I'm just being plain out honest. Like, I love Gemini Elf. I've adored this card for years. Ever since I had the Yugi starter deck reloaded, this came in it. And I've admired this card, and I've always loved this card. Just saying. That's my only point I'm gonna make about that.
Yeah, you know what? I would like it to if I could will it into my hand like Yugi Moto, but you know what? Let me talk about this deck.
Yeah, go ahead.
So obviously, there's a bunch of normal spells, and like this deck has a lot of like weaker guys that you're supposed to protect with like Swords of Revealing Light and Nightmare Steel Cage, and then they're both normal spells, so you can trigger it off your like Dark Eradicator Warlock and your Rackfire Magician.
Actually, to that point, I think they're meant basically to protect both Eben, like Pikachu, and Kurin because of Apprentice Magician. Because remember, when Apprentice Magician is destroyed, they can special summon either one of these from the deck. So I think what they're mostly trying to have you go in the direction of is basically getting out Apprentice Magician to basically go into either maybe Curie or Pikachu, or even second Apprentice Magician. But to be fair, when she is summoned, she does give. It is a very few in this deck, but a few cards in this deck do abuse spell counters. Specifically, Royal Magical Library, which we still see in modern day. This card is still seeing play to this day in Exodia builds. Let's not undeem that.
Because it's like an FTK enabler and stuff, but like you were talking about, like Kuran and Pikachu, you can use them. They're not good.
They're not good.
I feel like, especially as like level 2 spellcasters, I mean, like, where was Old Vindictive?
I agree. Old Vindictive should have been in the deck.
I feel like Old Vindictive should have been in here, especially with Apprentice Magician being a card that summons them in face-down defense mode.
True.
I feel like that's like the easy slot in.
But I am glad also they put in like 2 Magician of Fates, because there is a crap ton of spells in this deck. So many good ones. You got Heavy Storm, Mage Power. This is our first introduction to Mage Power. It's not like the most crazy card. It's not United We Stand power, but Mage Power can make boards. Like, it can make some big attack with some monsters. It's nothing to scoff at, and especially with having a decent amount of continuous spells and traps in this deck, like Call of the Haunted, Black Power Stone, Swords, Nightmare Steel Cage. You have a lot of opportunities to keep cards on the field, so that way Mage Power can keep boosting up your monsters pretty quickly. Or pretty efficiently in terms of longevity.
Yeah. And also, like, this deck also has some solid staples, Obviously, MST, Premature Burial, Heavy Storm. Those are, like, classics we've seen constantly. But Nobleman of Crossup makes a return here, and I do very much enjoy... Like, I like the option of Nobleman of Crossup. It's a very good card, especially with dealing with face-down monsters.
Unfortunately, Nobleman of Crossout in this deck only has one target, being Magician of Fate, which is kind of unfortunate, but still.
I disagree. Nobleman of Crossout works on any face-down defense Magician monster. So you can do Tsukiyomi, switch it into face-down defense mode, and then you can...
I'm not talking about the target. I'm talking about its other effect.
I guess, but like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, Nobleman of Crossout's main
draw is
really,
basically banishing one face-down monster. It's not for this. Nobody ever uses the second effect. Nobody ever does
The second effect is just a nice plus. It's not the reason you're playing the card.
But, hell, this deck has Magical Dimension. As you've seen, Magical Dimension can get you out of a bind if you need to get rid of a monster on the field. Like, it can do it. It's specific to spellcasters, but every monster in this deck is a spellcaster. Every single one. So really, you're going to have a spellcaster on the field at all times when you have, most of the time, a magical dimension, and it's at 2. And
although I will say, like, in my experience with the card, I kept drawing it in a hand where I had a lot of spells in my hand.
Which
is an issue, because this deck, even though it has more monsters than spells, it's more spells and traps than monsters. So you're more likely to get, like, obviously, like, that's been a theme. Like, that was the same issue with the
Dragon's Roar.
with Warrior's Triumph. No,
I was going to say Dragon's...
It was the same
thing. Dragon's Roar had more spells and traps than monsters. Remember, it had 14 dragons, and the rest was spells and traps.
I'm just saying, like, a recent example. And, like, I haven't really brought it up as a weakness, but when... The difference is that this deck has a bunch of cards that specifically need you to control a monster that has to be a spellcaster, like with Magical Dimension and Diffusion Wave Motion, but also you have specifically Dark Magic Attack, which you need exactly Dark Magician. Those types of cards are not as good if your deck cannot support it as well. Because, like, obviously you could say, oh, what about Release Restraint with the Warrior deck? Release Restraint summons the Gearfried from your hand or deck. It doesn't get from grave, which is, like, annoying, but the deck has a bunch of ways to bring out Gearfried. Whereas this deck, your spells aren't doing anything to get you your spellcasters. They are just ways for your spellcasters to use their stuff.
That's true. That is.
And then moving on to the trap cards, Call of the Haunted, Divine Wrath, Magic Cylinder, all really amazing.
Oh yeah.
Pitchback Power Stone, I don't think it works as well here as it would in other decks. Like, I guess you could use it on Breaker, but, like...
Legit, the only targets for this card are legit Breaker the Magical Warrior and Royal Magical Library. That's the only targets for this thing.
Blast Magician and Skill Dark Magician.
Oh, right. I forgot about those. But, I mean, even putting one on Skill Dark Magician is semi-useful. Because at least if you get 3 on Dark Magician, you get an instant Dark Magician. And remember, this is from hand, deck, or graveyard. So even if Dark Magician's in your graveyard, Skilled can get you back your 1 Dark Magician. I mean, it's not the best revival. I mean, you have already a Pre-Met and a Call of the Haunted. So basically, Skilled Dark Magician would be more of like, this is the strategy you use first, so that way you get the Magician out, and then use your revival cards. But don't use Skilled Dark mid-game, because that's just going to be way too damn risky. Is really how I see it with that. Like, it's decent. It's good. Like, it's a 1900 beater with an effect to get Dark Magician. That's good. It's decent. It's just... I mean, at the time, it was pretty decent. I mean, to be fair, the only other cards that could bring out Dark Magician were...
Nothing.
Literally, like, Dark Magic Curtain. That was like your only other way bringing out Dark Magician at the time.
Yeah, Dark Magic Curtain is bad. That card sucks.
It's kind of bad. So this is basically a no cost in a way, but you still have to play the spell cards out. But you have a decent amount of spell lineup to help you out with that.
Yeah.
And
also,
it's
honestly,
weird how most of this deck is life point manipulation. What I'm speaking specifically about is basically Pikaru, Curran, Rapid Fire, Spell Absorption, and Magical Blast. And also Eradicator, technically, too.
Yeah, like, this is, like, supposed to be, like, a burning, like, magician, like, spellcaster strategy.
It's kind of like Blaze of Destruction in a way, where basically it's trying to balance out a bit of burn with a bit of aggro, but I feel like it leans less on the aggro a bit, and trying to enforce more of the burn. But it's not good burn. 300.
It's not.
300 on
300
Curran.
on Curran.
And Max,
Rapid
she's
Fire
doing...
is 400, but like if Rapid Fire was a 1900 attack point guy like Skilled Edition or Gemini Elf, I could see it, but he dies way too easily.
And Magical Blast just
Like,
sucks. Magical Blast just
Blast.
sucks. I'm sorry. It
I
just sucks.
don't agree because the thing is, it's recyclable and it's supposed to be like a way for you to constantly have a normal spell for Dark Eradicator Warlock.
You know what?
Like that's how I see it.
You
That's
know
how
what?
it's
That's
like
fair.
supposed to be used. And like you don't need to necessarily use it. Like for example, a card that we've seen in other decks but hasn't really been as good. But I'm gonna say it's a highlight here. Spell Shield type 8 is perfect for this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're always gonna have a spell card in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And
Agreed.
That's
Yeah,
just a spell
agreed.
negate.
Yep. Agreed.
And even if you don't have a spell card, hey, if a spell card targets something, you get to negate it,
That's true.
which is pretty good.
Agreed. Very much agreed. And it's surprising that this is the first deck with Divine Wrath as well. This is
Also
so...
the first deck with Chaos Sorcerer, which is an insane
Chaos Sorcerer
card.
is an It's not the most... No, you know what? It's an insane card. It's just a really good
It is an
card.
insane card.
It's insane.
It is it's a special that banishes stuff. And even then, he's a 2300 body. He is amazing.
The only...
So
well,
honestly, with all of honestly, I'd have to say with all of the factors that we've just said, I think this is a solid. Hold on, let me look at the tier list again. It's also an A. Honestly,
You
I think
think
it's like solid.
I agree. I do agree with that. While it has a couple faults with its monster lineup a bit, it does
With
have...
its monster lineup and some of the spell lineup, it's still good. Like it's still a solid strategy. that
good
works.
because, like you saw, it can make a stall out strategy. There is a stall strategy here, but on top of that, if you can abuse the stall, then the spellcasters will reign. Like, they can get out if you can stall long enough, and there's ways to do it. There's plenty of ways in this deck, with both swords and Nightmare Steel Cage, and being able to recycle them with Magician of Faith makes it even better.
Yeah, and plus this deck also has a good amount of monster removal with Lightning Vortex, 2 magical dimensions, and then also, even though it didn't come up, Mystic Box can be a good one. You just destroy one of their cards, and then hey, if you have the Pikachu or the Curran, you give it to them, and then you just attack over it.
Exactly. And plus you still have, well, you have decent spell trap card destruction. You still have Heavy Storm, Mystical Space, and basically Breaker. That's your spell and trap card destruction. But again...
And Dark Magic Attack.
And Dark Magic Attack, but you need... That's like, kind of like a in the road, because you have to have Dark Magician on the field. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it's still in...
Now, here's the thing. If we're putting it into A tier, does it go above Warrior's Triumph? Or does it go below
Warrior's Triumph.
Okay.
I think it goes below Warrior's Triumph because I feel even though it has Chaos Sorcerer and stuff like that, and it has like some good staples, I think Warrior's Judgment has the better staples. It has the better monster.
To be
removal,
fair,
better
I
spell
think
and
Warrior's
trap removal.
Triumph. I think the
And
only...
also, I'm gonna be honest. I think Warrior's Triumph would just dogpile on that deck because like it'll shut down the trap cards, and then you just like the Warriors genuinely are gonna do more than the Spellcasters are.
I think the
by themselves.
Here's the thing. I think the main reason why Warriors Triumph might be able to outpace this deck is because the Warriors just have more ways to search them out, and you can get them out there way faster than this deck. Because while yes, you can get out a decent amount of your Spellcasters, it's slower compared to Warriors Triumph. In Warriors Triumph, you can get out your monsters pretty damn quick, so that way you can keep the game moving. Spellcasters, you have to wait a while.
Doesn't really have the way to do that.
But it can. But even if it does take a while, it can pack a punch. It can. It's just it has to simmer a bit in order to basically get to that point. So, yeah. And that's it. That is Spellcastors Judgement. Honestly, pretty good deck. Pretty good duel too. That was a lot of back and forth. I think that was pretty damn good. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We have a surprise for you here. We have a little bit of a surprise. And it includes the next deck we'll be doing. So, next episode, we will be going into the deck of the Invincible Fortress. But it's not going to be a normal formatted Structverse episode. After debating, after testing, after everything, what we've decided to do for Invincible Fortress is this. We agreed that the loser of this episode, this specific episode, this one we're in right now, you see it. We're still in the tier list. It's still this episode. The loser of this episode, in the first duel of the next episode, they are going to be playing Invincible Fortress first. Because what we're going to be doing next time is, instead of clashing the decks together of Invincible Fortress, non-full 3-game format. If we did that, we'd be here for like 3 hours. And I don't think you guys want to see a 3-hour duel of just set, flip, set, flip, set, flip. That sounds boring. Doesn't that sound boring?
It does. I mean, it sounds like a blast to me.
So what we've decided to do is, next time, me and Xajos are gonna take turns in game 1 and game 2, switching around decks. So basically, how it's going to work is this. In now game 1 of the next episode, Xajos will be playing Invincible Fortress first, while I will be spinning a wheel with all 6 of the current decks we've done, and I'm gonna face him with one of the previous decks first. Then in game 2, we're gonna switch around the decks to where I play Invincible Fortress, and then Xajos gets to spin a wheel for the second game, and then in the final game, then we're gonna do a mirror match. We figured one game would be hilarious. Not 3 though. 3 would be torturous. 3 would just...
Indeed.
So, that is the plan for next episode. I will restate this all next episode, but just to let you guys know for next time, that is the major plan with the next deck, Invincible Fortress, because we all know what deck that really is. It's meant to be a wall deck, but we'll talk more about that next time on the Structverse. So, oh boy, that was a lot of talking. Alright, let's do outros now. I want to thank Xajos as always for being the awesome co-host he is, even though we did get a bit of salt with, but overall, it was still an enjoyable time as always to be here with the boy, the wormiest of boys, Xajos.
I didn't want my streak to end. Not with by Dark Magician, man. Like, why? Why by Dark Magician? I would have rather lost to freaking Gearfried, man. Like, why?
You can find this big old bozo's channel in the description below, and of course I'm going to put in the iCard the playlist for this current series. And of course, if you guys have not checked out the last episode of Structverse, I mean, you know, there's plenty of stuff still to check out, and as always, of course, if you guys disagree to where we put Spellcastors Judgement on the tier list, comment it down below where you think Spellcastors Judgement should go on the tier list instead, in your opinion. We always love to hear you. We hear you guys. Trust me, we hear you.
Even when you're wrong.
Oh my god.
Even when you're wrong.
Even when you're wrong. Alright, that's all folks, so until next time, this is Septile720 saying have a good day, a good evening, a good afternoon, and anything else in between. And until next time guys, this is Septile720 shining out. Peace out as always guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Woo!